Hidden Object Guru here, finally loading up Heliborne, and pretty excited about it. Except for the fact that they're asking me what server I want to be on. Okay, I can play locally, thank God. Like, I have no interest in playing online. I don't even know how to fly a helicopter in the game yet. And you want me to try to, like, battle people online? News content? Okay, well, fine. Let's... Hopefully we can learn how to play. And apparently you cannot play this with a controller. Which I'm a little sad about, but what are you going to do? Yes, I know it's not. On any map versus computer, few single player. I love they're even saying they only have a few single player modes. Come on, game. Chopper inbound indeed. Vietnam, near the border of Cambodia and Laos. Cambodia? Cambodia and Laos. Operation Magistral. Afghan... Oh, there's literally just 2 missions. Wow. Dear developers of this game, if you'd like to make upwards of $30 million, come to me. I have a pitch for you that will make will allow you to make the best game ever. That game is Helicopter vs. Zombie. It's a game where you use all of the helicopters and weapons that you've included in this game, but you rescue people from zombie invasions in the helicopters instead of doing this Vietnam and Afghanistan nonsense.
Well, you just gave away the farm.
Yeah, but I'd just be happy if it gets made. Obviously, I have design documents I can sell them, but if they just want to fill this thing with zombies, if they do it the way I want, the game of my dreams will exist, so that's a win, and if they don't, I'll excoriate them for ripping me off and doing such a bad job of it. Alright. I am in a helicopter. How do I fly the helicopter? Was there a tutorial I missed? Find and destroy enemy infantry in the marked area. Great. I'm more interested in how I make this helicopter go. Whoa, hey, hey, we got power. Okay, here we go.
Werewolf Gangster 2, coming in.
Nice.
This is Gravewolf. We are taking effective enemy fire.
So you tilt the rotors down and increase your power to go forward. Then you level off. And that's the horizon. Keep going forward at roughly that speed level. Because that's how science works. Alright, so... there we go. I'm on my way. I'm not saying the, how shall I put this delicately? I'm not saying the Americans should have known they were on the wrong side of the Vietnam War. I mean, they should have, but... when you find yourself naming your, whoa, that looks impressive. When you find yourself naming your military strike group Gangster 2... you might be on the wrong side of this. Just putting that out there. Oh, God, I love games about helicopters. It's one of those things where I'm happy to play any game about a helicopter. That's my power on the left. It's nice out here. So basically, helicopter versus zombie it's something like this, except like the enemies can't actually hurt you because they're just zombies and there's nothing a zombie can do to a helicopter. And you basically shoot up fields of zombies, and then... okay, that didn't explode. Why aren't these rockets exploding when they go to the end of their run? That's weird. Am I firing duds? Are they dummy rockets to help people? Hey, Wesley. Whoa, hey, my door gunner's doing it! Ah, ow, ow! Oh, God, you jerks! Stop that! Don't make me door gun you. You want me to door gun you? Fine. Okay. Is this going great? No! Door gun, please. And so basically there would be crowds of zombies, and you'd use your Gatling guns like this to shoot up the crowds of zombies. And then you would land, and your door gunners would shoot the approaching zombies while you picked up survivors, and you fly them back. It's basically Choplifter, but with zombies and door gunners. Oh, and also, the focus really is on rescuing people, not on killing people. Okay. That didn't go great. Yeah, I'm in real trouble here, people. Woo! The bad part about helicopters is they're very flimsy. They cannot survive very many bullets because in order to... well, I killed somebody with the rocket, even though it does not explode when it hits anything. Which is, I still find very weird. This is my kind of game. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Wesley. Hopefully he was not, hopefully he survived the war relatively intact. Oh, hell yes. Careful, careful. Oh. Yes, helicopters have to be so light, as light as possible, to be able to stay in the air. So they have to have, you know, essentially aluminum bodies, so bullets just go right through them. You know, Vietnam, unsurprisingly, is the subject of the only anti-war video game ever made. The only video game to have a strong anti-war message. It is not a thing that most video games are comfortable dealing with as a subject. And yet air conflicts, Vietnam is like, nope, we're anti-war. And we're open about it.
Didn't you read a whole article about that?
I did. That's fantastic, Wesley, and he has you have my condolences. Boom. Oh, that's a flag. That's not a... Okay, so I have to find and evacuate the base, to base the friendly inventory at the... Inventory. Oh my god. Infantry at the marked area. I assume that square on the map is the marked area. So now we're going to ease off the throttle. Apparently there are more people to shoot.
I was about to say...
Oof.
You know, because we're Canadian, we don't have any family members that would have fought in Vietnam. But then I remember to have a cousin that fought in Vietnam.
Yep. You got a bunch of American cousins. Me, not so much. I'm a first-generation Canadian on one side, and only a second on the other. Only 1/4 of my family is actually from Canada.
Whereas, like, all of my family's from Canada. We've been here a really long time.
But a bunch of them moved to America.
I mean, my great-grandmother was from Canada.
Who are you shooting at? Oh, this guy up on the hill. Thinking he would be safe from the helicopter up on the hill. I don't think so. Oh, neat. You know, fun fact about the movie Apocalypse Now. So in it, R. Lee Ermey plays a drill sergeant, famously. And it's incredibly unbelievable that character would still be a drill sergeant, because he's 45. But the guy had been a drill sergeant, of course. R. Lee Ermey had actually been a drill sergeant. And he was brought on to, you know, teach the guy playing the drill sergeant how to do it. And the director, one Stanley Kubrick, fell in love with his performance and said, okay, you just play the drill sergeant. And so if you want to see the guy who was supposed to play the drill sergeant and had been cast in that role, he plays the door gunner. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, it's not believable that a drill sergeant would be a 46-year-old man. That's just not how the Marines work. I can't use the rockets. I fired them all and none of them exploded. It was very disappointing. Alright, just got to get a little closer and we'll get this.
Jesus.
Yep. Okay, I don't know
He was okay, Wesley.
how my door gunner made something explode, but more power to you, door gunner. Oh, helicopters. You're good against everything except for King Kong, who, yeah, he'll flip you for real. Careful. It's very hard to hit infantry with these dual machine guns. Oh. But yeah, this with crowds of zombies and you have to rescue people. And you have to worry, you have to balance the amount of time you spend killing zombies. Right? A, with your fuel level, and B, with how close the various zombies are getting to the people you need to rescue. Because the people in their buildings, who are hiding in buildings or on top of cars or whatever, will get overrun if you, waste too much time killing zombies. But killing zombies effectively will also delay them getting to those people. So, again, it's all about building a balance. I'm talking about a fantasy video game. But it's a fantasy video game that I think everyone would enjoy and would make the makers of Heliborne a solid $30 million. And they've already built the helicopter game, so it's not that much extra work, guys. You'd need a more arcadey presentation. It is not a helicopter simulator the way this is. The helicopters are just there because they're entertaining. It's no more a helicopter simulator than, obviously, Choplifter was. It's just, in 3D. Guide, color, and code getting. Oh, I see you're doing lyrics. Nice. Alright, where are my Marines? I'm sad that there isn't a full campaign in this game. There's just 3 missions as the Americans in Vietnam, and who knows how many missions as the Russians in Afghanistan. How was I defeated? Oh, I ran out of time. Well, that's embarrassing. Well, that was embarrassing. Oh. Alright, let's try that again. I don't like that this game is obviously tuned towards being a multiplayer game with all of this lobbies and defaulting you to online. Okay, sorties 1, death 0, crashes 0, survival rating 100%, nice. Explosive 1, 45 soldiers killed. That's not terrible. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Play. Campagna. Wow, 5 missions. On the Russian side, wow.
Is that lyrics from something?
Obviously, yes. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Alright, so briefing. A combat engineer unit from the blah 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 blah. You know what? I'm sure they'll tell me what to do when I get out there. Ah, the Hind. The Mi-24 Hind. The rare transport helicopter that's also an attack helicopter. It's gigantic because it can move, was it 20 dudes? I don't remember the exact number. You can move a huge number of dudes from place to place very easily. Got its Gatling gun, which has almost no bullets, apparently. I'm a little worried about that. Don't have a door gunner, but I do have 2 different kinds of rockets. Maybe these will work. I like how it says left stick button, as if I'm playing with a flight stick? Ah, okay. I assumed it was Sabaton, given your frequent discussions of them. I just was not familiar with the song. Oh, the Bismarck. It sank the hood, but was severely damaged in the fight. Then the rest of the British Navy tracked it down and sunk the F out of it before it could get to port and resupply and fix itself up. But it did beat the hood. It's amazing. Capital ships are so beautiful. They're so well, so beautifully constructed, so incredible. And yet submarines just take them out unbelievably easily. You almost feel sorry for the people in the capital ships. You don't, though, because, they are German soldiers. They're the worst. Remember, everybody, there was no such thing as a good German soldier. What?
Take that, your family.
It's true. even the best German soldier was fighting to take over Russia. Like, even if they didn't know about the Holocaust, they sure as hell knew what they were doing in Russia. Wasn't just the SS massacring civilians in Russia.
My grandfather fought for the Canadians.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Hey, remember how you were supposed to tell me how to drop flares, guys? You didn't actually do that, though. Remember that part where you're supposed to be like, hey, here's how you drop flares. You neglected to tell me that. And now the Taliban are firing, what do you call it? American-made Stinger missiles at me. It's a big old mess. Although, I gotta say, this thing, rockets are way more effective. Hey, Horror King. We're playing Heliborne. It's not going well. It turns out the Taliban are very well armed. I know at this point they were referred to as Mujahideen, but we all know who we're talking about.
Well, then at this point, hadn't America just given them a whole bunch of great weapons?
That's literally what I was just saying.
Oh. I was only half listening.
That is clear. Go for it, Horror King. Yeah, and if I had flares... Seriously, why would you say left stick button when I'm obviously playing with a keyboard and mouse? To be fair, this game is still in beta. It's not done yet. So there's a chance they're going to fix a number of these issues before it actually comes out. Oh, the Yak B. I'm not familiar with this helicopter. Hopefully it's also good. But yeah, dear developers, you want to make a game that's going to move you guys to the next level? Consult with me on a little thing called... It's Q, everybody. Q is the flares, not left stick button. Consult with me about a little thing called Helicopter vs. Zombie, and fortune and glory will be yours. That might be a bit of a stretch. I have not heard about that, Wesley. Because it's a taste that works well together, Horror King. Peanut butter and jam.
Actually, what they put in the sandwich together is jelly and peanut butter.
Yeah, they don't actually use jam, they use jelly. It's pretty disgusting.
Even when they call it jam, it's typically jelly. It's
that's true, Wesley. They were just following orders, but as Nuremberg proved, you have a moral order. You have a moral duty to refuse an illegal order. And if you don't, you're just as guilty as the person who gave the order. No! Now, they only executed the people who gave the orders, and even then, they only executed the people at the very top of the Nazi regime.
What? Jam and peanut butter sounds disgusting? Oh, you don't know what you're missing then.
It's true.
Damn, it's good.
You should really try it out. It's the saltiness of peanut butter with the sweetness of jam combined together. It's fantastic.
Proper jam, not that jelly nonsense.
No, of course. You already said that part.
Yeah. So think like preserves,
no.
like good jam.
No. Back. Campagna. Free hunt! That's true, Wesley. But, the moral thing to do in that situation is to kill your commanding officer, which is what American soldiers did in Vietnam quite regularly. Like, if the American soldiers were given an order that was like, this is A, hugely immoral, and B, probably going to get us killed, they'd be like, yeah, let's just murder our lieutenant. And they did. Like a weirdly large amount. Hey, Jeff! Hola!
Bonjour!
¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estoy? I don't know any Spanish. I want to make that unbelievably clear.
Ça va? We know French, though.
Very funny.
Oh.
It's not helpful at all.
They're similar.
They're not that similar. They are similar. They're just not that similar. Now, although, I gotta say, it's like, they made a big story about, they made a bunch of stories about how the guy who played, in Narcos, who played famous drug dealer Pablo Escobar
Yeah.
doesn't speak Spanish because he's Portuguese. I mean, sorry, not Portuguese. He's Brazilian. He only speaks Portuguese. So, like, he had to learn all the lines phonetically and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I mean, he pretty much does speak Spanish. I mean, I love, don't get me wrong, Portuguese is a distinct language.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're fluent in Portuguese and someone hands you a book written in Spanish, you're going to get like 50, 60% of that. I'm just saying it wouldn't be that hard for him to learn his lines. Take that, you jerks. Never heard of that. I assume that's one of those sandwiches that they fill with potato chips? Based on the name? I know that's a popular thing they do in the UK. Potato chip sandwiches. Have you ever tried it?
Yeah, of course.
I haven't. But, no, I'm leaving the battle area.
Not my thing.
Helicopter physics seem great. Like, very natural to control the helicopter. Plays solidly. I'm, like... The only thing I don't like about this game is that, the narrative mode, like the campaign mode, is so brief. And yeah, I'm getting killed over and over again, but, you know.
See? So it's
Boom.
harder to speak.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, it's very different. In the same way that, what do you call it? Someone who speaks Cantonese can't just jump into speaking Mandarin, right? But there are common enough languages that you have a big head up on learning the new language. And he played, what do you call it? He played Pablo Escobar for 2 seasons. Hopefully by the end of it he spoke Spanish. Kaboom! Oh, this is going great. Hey, Orbit, what's up? But honestly, you take an Italian person and you show them a bunch of Spanish, they're going to pick it up pretty quickly. That's why I'm never impressed when people are like, I speak 6 languages, but like 3 of them are Spanish, Italian, and French. And the 4th one is Portuguese. I'm like, once you got a good grasp of one of those languages, you have such a leg up on the other 3.
I have a friend that speaks.
It's not like it's not like learning English and then trying to learn Flemish, you know?
Yeah. I have a friend that speaks English, Portuguese, Spanish, and French.
Yeah, so basically, 1 nonsense language and then 3 romance languages.
Yeah. Well, her family are Portuguese.
There you go.
She grew up here and went to
French immersion. There you go.
English and French. And then Spanish just, you know.
I have a grenade launcher? Where?
Red Leg, this is Gates.
What?
Fire mission on any position.
I can do an artillery strike?
I still admire people that speak French.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
They impress me quite a bit.
Like, I know I speak French, but, you know.
It's not the same.
Not the same.
Okay, the artillery effects aren't done, everybody. That's not a big criticism. It's a hard thing to do. But let's just get another look at those artillery. Let's get a second look at that artillery explosion, because, cool boy. Oh, let's see. Yep, they're going to put in a lot of work on those, one would assume. But yeah, add zombies to this, take out the guys shooting at you, boom. Game of the century, everybody. Alright, so we're going to wrap it up here. I've been the Hidden Object Guru. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. You had a good time, you'd like to see more, there's buttons for that coming up. Questions, that was my last bullet. Suggestions, related whatnots, go in the comment section below the video. See you back here for more helicopter adventures after they, you know, hire me to turn this into Helicopter vs. Zombie. A thing that will never happen. Seriously, though, thanks so much, publishers of Heliborne, for giving me a chance to look at the upcoming revamped version of it. It plays great, it looks great. I'm not great at it, but that doesn't matter. All that matters is you're having fun as a helicopter pilot. Not great that we have to do it in Vietnam, though. It's really not great that we have to do that in Vietnam.
You just gotta vote to switch games.
Well, no, Jeff doesn't speak English. So we'll see you back here for that, but until then I'm going to say that's right. Au revoir.